Aha! Better not break this thing is cheap. This, my friends, is the Hario V60. It's a very simple way to make coffee. It's relatively inexpensive, and it makes a very delicious cup. Let's get into it. So like I said, the Hario V60, it's a very simple design. It's just one solid piece. In this case, it's plastic. You can also get it as ceramic as well. So Hario V60 is designed to be used with the paper filter such as this. It's very simple to use. All you have to do is just fold along this crease to start out with, open it up, and you're good to go, more or less. So the V60 is designed to be bottomless so that whenever you pour water straight through, it's gonna have very little resistance in flowing all the way through until you cup, if that makes any sense. First things first, let's go ahead and pre-soak our filter and preheat our mug while we're at it. Oh God, it's hot. Steam, it's dangerous. And while I'm doing that, I'm also gonna be pouring in just a little extra so that I can preheat this mug. So what we're doing by pre-soaking the filter is getting rid of any sort of papery taste that might come up in the coffee. All right, so what we're gonna go ahead and do while this is preheating is I'm gonna go ahead and grind up 22 grams of beans. It'll be around the texture of sand. And for this, oh man, Hatchet Coffee's Legend of Volcancito. Absolutely amazing. So like I said, 22 grams of beans. Yep, perfect. This is amazing. 22 grams going in. Oh yes, that. Oh my God. Can you get some of that? That's just amazing. I'm going to get some water boiling. All right, so what I'm gonna do is take water that's about 30 seconds off the boil, and we're going to use that to brew with. I'm gonna go ahead and dump out the water that we used to preheat the mug with. I'm gonna go ahead and add my grounds to this. Give it a little shake to level it out. And I'm gonna create like a little bit of a divot inside of here. So you can see there. So since we have about 22 grams of coffee beans, I'm gonna be blooming my coffee with about 44 to 50 grams of water, give or take a little bit. Now what this is doing is this is releasing any sort of gas buildup inside. Those bubbles that you see here, that is carbon dioxide that is escaping from the coffee grounds and being released back into the air. I'm gonna go ahead and tare one more time. So what we're aiming for is around 370 grams of water. Try to pour this as carefully as I can. It's much easier with the gooseneck kettle, but works just as well doing this. So what I'm doing is I'm pouring in a sort of circular rotation, trying to make sure that every bit of coffee is nice and saturated. And just like that, we have about 370. I'm gonna add just a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. So now what we do is just wait until all of the water is filtered through. After just a minute or so, you should be ready to drink a cup of coffee. So our coffee is done filtering through. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is take this out and discard of it as you wish. Compost it or throw it away. And you're left with a good cup of coffee. That is a nice full cup. I absolutely love that. And if you want room for like cream and sugar or whatnot, you can brew into like a separate mug, or Hario V60s often come with like this little carafe that you can brew into instead. So if you would rather control how much coffee you put into your mug, save room for cream and sugar if you would like, then brewing into this would also be a good idea. But yeah, this is it. It's very simple to do. It's very minimal cleanup. Just make sure you clean this up and yeah, you're good to go. And of course, brewing with lighter roast or medium roast and with the V60, you're gonna end up with coffee that's a little bit higher in acidity and really high in natural flavors as well. You don't get as dungy and heavy as you do with like a French press. You get more of like a very crisp, bold cup of coffee. Cheers. Ah! God, that was hot. It's a little warm. Maybe it might be a good idea to let it cool down first. Oh, this is fun. Let's try this again without burning my mouth. Yeah. Whew. As always, continue to spread kindness and love, and I'll see you next time. Threw water everywhere. Should have seen that coming. See ya.